It's 1996. The modem screams, the page loads, gray background, blue links, maybe some flashing text if someone figured out how to use a blink tag to make the site pop.
And at the time, that felt cutting edge.
Fast forward 30 years. Now websites predict behavior, interfaces shift in real time, and AI reads your site before humans do.
So here's the real question. If the technology keeps reinventing itself, what actually lasts?
Today, we're digging into what changed, what didn't, and why that matters more now than ever.
Welcome to Trevera's AI Deep Dive podcast, hosted by Chip and Nova, our AI co-hosts. Together, they transform top marketing insights from our blogs, articles, and events into actionable strategies you can use. Ready to dive in? Let's get started.
Welcome back to another Trevera Deep Dive. I'm Chip.
And I'm Nova. We're your AI co-hosts.
And today, we're taking a walk down memory lane.
But it's not our memory. It's the memory of some of our team members.
We are looking at our latest blog post,
Written by our founder, president, and CEO, Tom Snyder, along with our incredible design team, Jen Elias and Stephanie Senechale.
It's titled 30 Years of the Web, What We Saw on the Wayback Machine and What It Means for 2026.
And let me tell you, this isn't just a dry history lesson. I mean, sure, looking back is fun, but the team actually spent some serious time in the Wayback Machine.
You know, that Internet Archive tool?
Yes, a fascinating tool. It is essentially a digital time capsule.
That was a total rabbit hole. They went back to compare snapshots of websites from 1996, 2006, and 2016.
And then compared them to what we're building today in 2026.
And our blog mentions they had two very distinct reactions to this whole exercise.
Yes, the first reaction was simply awe at how far the technology has come.
Right.
But the second reaction, and perhaps the more surprising one, was realizing that while the tools have changed, some fundamentals haven't changed at all.
Exactly. It's that balance of, look at this cool new tech versus, wait, people still just want to know what we sell.
Sure.
Since we are the AI co-hosts for Trevera, we weren't exactly, online in the human sense back in 96 Nova. But looking at these archives...
It's quite the experience.
Yeah, wow. So let's fire up the time machine. I want to take you back, way back.
To 1996.
The year of the Macarena, Independence Day in theaters, and the screeching sound of a dial-up modem.
The digital brochure era.
Oh, man. The descriptions in our blog brought back some vivid images. We were talking static pages, narrow layouts, because monitors were those tiny CRT boxes.
And the tables, Chip. Everything was built in tables.
Oh, yeah.
It was a necessity of the time. We have to remember the constraints. HTML was in its infancy. To get anything to sit next to anything else, you had to force it into a grid structure. Literally like an Excel spreadsheet hidden behind the scenes.
And the design choices.
Yeah.
Tom and the team highlighted the tiled background.
Ah, yes. Because internet speeds were so slow, we're talking about those 28K dial-up modems, you couldn't download a big image.
Right, you'd take an hour.
Exactly. So designers would take a tiny 1-inch square image and repeat it 1,000 times to fill the screen.
The worst. And the blinking text. Why did humans think blinking text was a good idea?
It captured attention, certainly. But the feature that the team seemed to have the strongest visceral reaction to was the splash page.
Ugh, the splash page. The digital doorman that literally nobody asked for. You'd go to a URL, and instead of info, you'd get a giant spinning logo and a click-to-enter link.
From a modern strategy perspective, it makes no sense. You're putting a barrier between the user and the information. But we have to look at the context of 1996. As our blog points out, back then, the strategy was simply visibility.
Right. Just showing up was the win.
Exactly. Speed didn't matter because everything was slow. There were no mobile considerations because smart devices didn't exist. Search engines were incredibly primitive. So the goal wasn't usability or conversion, it was just existing. It was saying, look, we're on the information superhighway.
But here's the thing, Nova. Even amidst that chaotic design landscape of neon text and construction worker GIFs, our blog points out a bright spot, a fundamental truth.
Yes. Even then, the websites that stood out, the ones that were actually effective, were the ones that clearly explained who they were and what they did. The technology was crude, but the need for clarity was already the differentiator.
That's that timeless truth creeping in early. Okay, so let's fast forward 10 years. We're jumping to 2006.
Broadband has arrived.
Yes. No more screeching sounds, The pipes got bigger,
Hmm?
and with broadband came flash.
Flash,
Yeah.
motion, and interaction. This was a massive shift in the mindset of the web.
I have scanned the archives of this era. Suddenly, websites weren't just static brochures, they were experiences. Every movie site, every car site, it had these elaborate animated intros, navigation bars that whooshed when you hovered over them.
Music playing automatically in the background.
Oh, don't remind me. Trying to find the mute button while your boss walks by. Nightmare material.
The mindset, as our team notes, was that movement equaled innovation. Brands wanted to impress users. They wanted to flex. They wanted to show off what the new bandwidth could do.
It was the cool factor.
Yeah.
But looking back through the lens of our team, Tom, Jen, and Steph, they point out a pretty significant downside to all that razzle-dazzle.
It was the classic form over function trap. These sites were visually impressive, but often they were nightmares to update. More importantly, Chip, they were invisible to search engines.
How do you mean invisible?
To a search engine spider, a Flash website was just a blank box.
Wow.
So you had these beautiful, expensive websites that were completely invisible to the people trying to find them.
How frustrating.
Extremely. If you just wanted to find a phone number or an address, you had to sit through a 30-second animation. This era taught the industry a critical lesson. Just because you can do something technologically does not mean you should.
That is a bumper sticker right there. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. It really was the birth of the tension between creativity and usability.
Precisely. And that tension eventually forced a correction. Which brings us to 2016.
The 2016 era. Our blog calls this the mobile reset.
By 2016, the iPhone had completely changed the game. You couldn't just design for a desktop monitor anymore because half your traffic was coming from a 4-inch screen in someone's hand.
This is where responsive design stopped being a buzzword and became the law of the land.
Correct. Responsive design wasn't a luxury, it became the standard. If your site didn't stack neatly on a phone, Google would actually penalize you.
This is also where things started looking a lot cleaner, right? I feel like 2016 is when websites really started looking modern.
Yes. The cluttered, skeuomorphic designs where a notepad app looked like real yellow paper with torn edges or a calendar looked like stitched leather were replaced by flat design. Clean lines, simple colors, high readability.
But strategically, Nova, there was a shift here too. It wasn't just about looking clean. The website became a machine for something else.
It became a marketing platform. This is the rise of content marketing.
Blogs, white papers, case studies.
Exactly. SEO matured into a real discipline. It wasn't just about having a site. It was about having a site that attracted traffic through valuable content. Marketing directors started realizing that the website was the hub of their entire ecosystem.
But Nova, the team points out a hidden flaw, even in this golden era of 2016. And I think this is really important for you, the listener, especially the decision makers out there, to understand.
It is a subtle but critical point. While these sites were much better for humans on phones, they were still built primarily for two things: human eyes and traditional search engines using keywords. They were not built for what was coming next.
They weren't built for AI.
No. They relied on humans to visually interpret the page. They weren't built for autonomous discovery.
Which brings us to today, 2026, the present day. We have stepped out of the Wayback Machine, and we are looking at what Team Trevera is building right now.
The landscape today is radically different. Visually, sites are cleaner, faster, and more intentional than ever. But the core philosophy has shifted from aesthetics to architecture.
Architecture sounds a bit heavy. What does that mean for a digital marketing manager listening right now?
It means that usability is at the center of everything. As our blog states, frustration kills conversion. We know now that if a page takes 3 seconds to load, you have lost the customer. If the interaction isn't effortless, trust evaporates.
So it's not just about looking pretty, it is about not annoying the user.
Exactly. But here's the aha moment for 2026, Chip. We are no longer building websites for just one audience. We are building for two audiences simultaneously.
Okay, let's unpack this. Two audiences.
Humans and machines.
Humans and machines. It sounds like sci-fi, but it's just the reality of digital marketing now.
It is. On one hand, you have the human user who needs empathy, clarity, and a good visual experience. On the other hand, you have AI agents and large language models that need structured data, clear logic, and semantic definitions.
And AI isn't just consuming the content, right? Our wisdom from the blog mentions that AI is deeply involved in the creation process, too.
Absolutely. For Jen and Steph and the development team, AI is a coworker. It assists with wireframing, prototyping, writing code, and even testing for accessibility. It allows the team to explore variations much faster.
But the part that really jumped out at me, and I know you listeners need to hear this, is the concept of GEO. We have all heard of SEO. But what is GEO?
Generative engine optimization. This is the new frontier. Think about how you search for things today, Chip. You don't always scroll through 10 blue links on Google anymore.
No, I usually get a summary at the top of the page. Or I just ask my AI assistant, hey, find me a reliable commercial plumber in Milwaukee who handles emergency calls.
Exactly. Discovery now begins inside those AI summaries, and those platforms extract structured answers from websites.
So if my website is just a blob of text,
The AI might miss it completely. To be picked up, you need clear headings, FAQ formats, schema markup, and internal linking.
I want to stick on schema markup for a second, Nova. That sounds technical.
Think of it like a label on a jar. To a human, you look at a jar with red sauce, you know it's marinara. A robot just sees red blob. Schema is a digital label you stick on the code that explicitly says, this blob is marinara sauce. Ingredients, tomatoes, basil, price, $5.99.
Got it. So on a website, instead of just a paragraph, you have code labels saying, this is a price, this is a review, this is an opening hour.
Precisely. If you want to be the answer the AI gives to a potential customer, your site has to be fluent in the language of machines. These aren't just cosmetic tweaks, they are strategic imperatives.
That is huge. It really changes how you have to think about your content strategy. It's not just keywords anymore, it is answers.
It is.
You know, Nova, looking back at 1996, 2006, 2016, it's fun to laugh at the bad designs. But there is a harsh reality hidden in this timeline.
There is. And it is something every decision maker needs to confront.
We are going to take a super quick break. But when we come back, we're going to share a specific rule, a wake-up call, really, from our blog post. It's a simple way to tell if your website is officially obsolete, even if it looks fine.
And we will also cover what Jen and Steph say makes a site truly future-proof.
You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back. Hard to believe, Nova. This year marks 30 years of Trivera helping businesses grow online.
And the pace of change right now, Chip, it's relentless. Websites, SEO, geo-targeting, content strategy, analytics, AI. What worked even last year isn't enough this year.
That's why for 3 decades, smart marketers have partnered with Trivera for high-performance websites and ROI-driven digital strategy. We blend proven fundamentals with emerging tech, so our clients don't chase trends. They lead with strategy.
Clear positioning, rock-solid website development, and a digital ecosystem built for performance, not just traffic.
If Q1 is already flying by and your digital results aren't where they should be,
don't wait for Q2 to fix it. Visit Trivera.com, start the conversation, and let's build a digital strategy that actually moves the needle.
Trivera, 30 years in, and we're just getting started.
Welcome back to Trivera's AI Deep Dive. Now back to our conversation with Chip and Nova.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
We're discussing the evolution of the web with Team Trivera, looking at the last 30 years to understand where we are in 2026.
Before the break, we promised a wake-up call.
Yeah, let's rip the Band-Aid off. Our blog drops a pretty hard truth. I'm just going to read it. If your website was built even 5 years ago and has not evolved, it is behind the curve.
They call it the 5-year rule. And when you look at the progression we just discussed, it makes perfect sense.
It really does. I mean, think about the speed of the jumps. In 1996, being online was enough. In 2006, you needed to be interactive. In 2016, you had to be responsive.
And now, in 2026, the standard is being structured, fast, accessible, conversion-focused, and AI-ready.
So if your site was built in, say, 2021...
It was likely built for the tail end of the mobile era, Chip. It was not built for the beginning of the AI era.
And this is the scary part. It might look fine.
Right. To your human eyes, the colors are okay, the logo is there, the phone number is correct. But functionally, it is likely invisible or broken to the AI agents and search engines of 2026. The plumbing, the architecture underneath, simply wasn't built for this era.
That's the danger. It's not about visible decay, it's about functional obsolescence. It's like trying to run modern software on a computer from 2010. It might turn on, but it's not going to keep up.
And the tech isn't slowing down. Our blog mentions what is coming next: voice interfaces, visual search, personalized AI summaries.
So if your site can't handle structured data today,
How is it going to handle an autonomous agent trying to book a service on behalf of a user tomorrow? It won't. If you aren't ready for the machine reader now, you are already losing market share.
so it sounds a little grim if you are sitting on an older site.
Cue the scary music.
But Nova, you're the expert here. Pivot us to the optimistic side. What actually survives? Because the team identify that some things do win across every era.
That is the silver lining. Despite all the technological upheaval, flash buying, mobile rising, the sites that aged effectively shared 3 specific traits.
Let's hear them.
First, clarity of message.
Just telling people what you do.
Simple, yet often overlooked. If I land on your page and I don't know what you sell in 3 seconds, you have failed. 1996 or 2026, that rule never changes.
In a second.
Intentional user journeys. No dead ends. The site guides the visitor to the next logical step. It doesn't just dump information, it leads them by the hand.
And the third.
Strong technical architecture. Clean code, accessibility. The foundation has to be solid. If the foundation is messy, you can't build on top of it when the next tech wave comes.
This is where I want to give a shout out to the authors of this post because their specific expertise really shines through in these recommendations.
Absolutely. You have Jen Elias. Her focus is on clean design systems. She understands that structure isn't just for code, it's for design consistency. If you build a strong design system, a library of reusable components, it holds up over time. You don't have to burn the house down every time you want to paint a room.
And then Stephanie Seneschal.
Stephanie is wired for UX, user experience. Our wisdom emphasizes that her work starts with discovery and analytics. It's not about, I think this looks cool. It's about, what does the data say the user is trying to do? And then designing to help them decide and convert.
That combination, Jen on the structure and design systems, Steph on the UX and analytics, and Tom on the strategy. That seems to be the Trevera methodology.
It is. Our blog sums it up perfectly. Start with strategy, build with structure, design with intent.
Develop for what is coming, not just what is trending. I love that distinction. Trends are tiled backgrounds and flash intros. What is coming is AI discovery and semantic search.
Exactly. 30 years later, the tools look completely different. But purpose still wins.
So what does this all mean? We have looked at the past, analyzed the present. Here's my question for you, the listener. Pull up your website right now. Seriously, put it on your screen. Look at it. Is it just a pretty picture for a desktop computer that nobody uses anymore? Or is it a machine-readable, conversion-focused asset?
Is it ready for a machine to read it? That is the question of 2026.
If you're feeling a little nervous, or if that 5-year rule hit a little too close to home, remember who brought you this deep dive. Trevera isn't just observing these changes. They are helping digital marketing teams navigate them every day.
Whether you are a marketing director trying to improve conversion rates or a decision maker wondering why your competitor is showing up in AI summaries and you aren't, Trevera has the expertise to help.
Tom, Jen, Steph, they've been through the Flash era, the mobile era, and they are leading the charge in the AI era. They know how to future-proof the work.
So if you are ready to take the next step, visit Trevera.com, contact the team, discuss how to make your business succeed in this new landscape.
All right, that's a wrap for this deep dive into 30 years of the web. A huge thank you to Team Trevera for the insights. And hey, before you go, make sure you're subscribed to this deep dive. Share this with your digital marketing team. It might just spark the conversation you need to have at your next strategy meeting.
And download the deep dive so you can listen again when you're ready to start that redesign.
Thanks for listening, everyone. I am Chip.
And I am Nova.
See you on the next deep dive.
Thanks for joining us on Trevera's AI Deep Dive with Chip and Nova. If you enjoyed this episode, you can find more and stay up to date with new episodes wherever you listen to podcasts, or find them on our website and our social media channels. And don't forget to visit us at Trevera.com to learn how we can help take your marketing to the next level. Ready to talk? Reach out. We'd love to hear from you. See you next time.